All right. Hopefully now you can see my word screen.
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Yes.
All right. I don't know if Dragon will work in this context, but we'll try. This is a demonstration of Dragon dictating. Full stop in paragraph. I use this when preparing documentation, emails, documents generally, full stop in paragraph. I find it quicker than typing, and one of my students at Central Queensland University, who is himself a proficient typist, has seen fit to implement Dragon as his preferred mode of preparation of documentation, full stop in paragraph. It is possible to train Dragon so that you can produce documents where it recognises the words that you request of it, full stop in paragraph. Whilst I do not have the legal version, I do have a version which will enable me to dictate legal terms such as nolli prosequi, no true bill, committal, and others, full stop in paragraph. To me, it works well, and I suspect that I am now much better than a two-finger typist and could reasonably compete with proficient typists, full stop. Now, did you see all that?
No, nothing's coming up on my screen.
It's not coming up on your screen, Destiny?
No.
Did anyone see that, or did you just hear me?
I saw it.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's Raymond. John, yes, no, I've seen everything that you type, everything that you spoke has been converted into type onto my screen.
Okay.
I am a little bit familiar with Dragon, but I haven't used it for quite a few years.
All right.
But your demonstration tonight works quite well.
Yeah. Okay. So, John, were you able to see my word screen there?
Yes. Yes.
And everyone else, Dale, Jackie, you saw it?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
All right. Well, thank you for allowing me that. Now, sorry, Destiny, you said you couldn't see my screen.
No, and I also couldn't hear Raymond when he was talking, and most of the time I could hardly hear him. And I think it's got to do with my bandwidth as well. I'm on USB kind of prepaid internet, so that might have something to do with it.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure how I can suggest. Has anyone got any suggestions for Destiny?
Get better internet.
I wonder if I just ask John, do the other three participants, can they hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, right, good, okay. So that's Jackie, John, and John again, John, our lecturer.
Yes.
As long as you can hear me. I've got my mouth about an inch away from the microphone.
Yes.
I can't get much closer.
Okay. All right. Now that sounds fine. Just saying goodbye to one of the lawyers. If you do start practicing in law, you'll realise that 6:30 in the evening is afternoon tea break.
Are you telling us we should change courses?
Get out.
Home economics or something?
No, I'm only joking. It's all right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to show you that I can show you my screen, demonstrate Dragon. I'm not sure what else we want to talk about tonight.
Sorry, John, can I just say something? We didn't really rectify what I was going to do about your screen sharing.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see anything, and if tomorrow we're going to be looking at things on the screen, I'm going to have issues there.
Is that you, Destiny, speaking?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, your picture is cut out for some reason.
Has it?
Oh, my screen is frozen.
Because I can only see your screen at the moment.
Oh, it's active again now.
Yeah, you've come back on visual now. Destiny, all I could suggest is I'm sorry to do this, but maybe refer the query to IT at the university. I can't give you a phone number or a name, I'm sorry. but it does appear that everyone else is able to see my screen, and that would put you at a disadvantage. Given that we're taping these sessions, maybe it will come through once you view it on Moodle. It's the only other thing I can suggest. The only other suggestion I heard from someone was get faster internet, which may be the problem, maybe the solution.
John, is Dragon difficult to learn? I did have the software for it, but never really used it. But you're quite conversant with it in your practice. Did it take you long to pick it up?
No, I was able to use it out of the box. It's effective from day one. But at the same time, I must confess, another lawyer did take Dragon on the day one, and it just never worked for him. It just couldn't get going. So you do have to persevere with training it a little, but I found it easy and very effective.
Right. Yeah. I think some people can talk off the cuff a lot better, whereas others prefer to type it out and see how it looks.
Yeah. I've got two sons. They're 26 and 21 respectively, and both going through university down in Brisbane. And I've tried to encourage them to consider Dragon, but they've rejected Dragon for the same reason. They say, no, I can think more clearly as I'm typing. And I think that's the case for most people, but I just wanted to suggest it as something to consider from the outset.
A former colleague of mine had a very early version of Dragon in the medical field, and he found it incredibly amusing but frustrating, because when it couldn't understand what he was saying, it would break into biblical text.
Yes. Yes, I pioneered, well, I tried to pioneer voice recognition years ago when it first came out, and it was dreadful. So I only went back to Dragon maybe 2 years ago. But it's much better now than it used to be.
Yeah. Yes, I think the innovations, the software has probably improved when you first tried it.
All right. Now, as we progress through the course, it seems to me that the sessions we have will be far more along the lines of a tutorial than a lecture. I'm not sure if anyone wants to comment on that. What I think it does do is allow us to be interactive in our discussions. I'm very happy to field any questions that you may collectively have, or you may have individually, so we can raise that as discussion points on the night. I guess we have to be careful not to be discussing the assignments and the exam questions if they're known to you, but we can talk in general terms. So, if, for example, now, are you looking at me or my screen? I've lost. You're looking at
I'm looking at your screen, not yourself.
Sorry, I forgot to convert it back. But let's say, and I've just highlighted in green the words nolli prosequi. If you wanted to discuss that as a topic, then send me a message or through Moodle, send a message, and we can discuss that during these sessions.